Chaka Crypto. You're entering the Chakaverse. Chaka Crypto. Welcome to the Chakaverse. We are speaking Chaka facts. I'm not speaking Chaka words. We are making Chaka raps. We call this the Chakaverse.
What is going on, everybody? Hope everybody's having a great Wednesday. Today we have, go ahead and bring this up, Flight Force 4 with us. We got Sean backstage. He's going to come up and let us know what Flight Force 4 is all about. But first, let me go and give a shout out to MetaMonkey AI, the sponsor of our channel, and say what's up to the chat. We got Jay Thacker. What's going on? Always in the chat. Thank you for the support. CC, I'm so excited. Awesome. I'm excited to have Flight Force 4 on also. Racket Club, what's going on, Racket? What's good? What's going on? Another beautiful day, another beautiful Wednesday. Thanks for showing up in the chat. And Bill Yarborough, let's go. FF4 Crypto Chad 1980 in the house. Nice. Crypto Chad. And if it wasn't for Crypto Chad reaching out, he made this happen. So thank you. Appreciate it. And CC, let's go, Crypto Chad. Awesome. So without further ado, let me go ahead and bring up our guest today, Sean. Hey, Sean, what's going on, man?
Hey, yeah, how you going?
Oh, pretty good. Thanks for joining. I appreciate it.
No worries. Thank you for having us.
Oh, no worries, man. So, getting ready for Halloween. Halloween's right around the corner. Do you celebrate Halloween at all?
I think we do. We're from New Zealand, so myself and Cece, the other co-founder, and I think each year it's getting bigger and bigger in New Zealand. But we definitely enjoy the festivities.
Yeah, it's big around our house. Kids always dress up, and we have a lot of trick-or-treaters. So, if you don't mind, we can get right into it. Maybe give us an introduction of yourself, your role in Flight Force. We can start off there, and then we'll jump right into the project.
Yeah, for sure. So I'm Sean. I'm a co-founder of Flight Force 4. My role, I guess, is the day-to-day runnings of the business. So that comes, I think, from a lot of my background in business management and project management. So just applying what I've learned in a traditional sense to the Web3 side of things, which has been really fun. I've been involved in crypto and Web3 for around 3 years now, and we've been working on this project for around 9 months. So yeah, we've got it. We do have a team. Obviously, I've got my partner and co-founder here, Cece, and she does a lot of work behind the scenes and with the community and the admin side, which is massive. We've got our game studio, we've got devs and some advisors, and then our core team within in our community.
So you guys have only been around 9 months on this project?
Yeah.
The website and everything, and we'll get to it. It looks great for just being not even a year old. You guys are killing it right now.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, we had a period of time where I think we were working so hard behind the scenes, and a lot of that wasn't able to be presented publicly. And over the last probably 2 to 3 months, we've really been able to get what we're building out in front of people, and people have been able to see exactly what we're building and the quality of everything, whether it's the 3D models or the videos and the sneak peeks. So yeah, really, really cool to finally have a lot that we can show.
Nice. That's awesome. And Billy, Crypto Chad says CC is the backbone, LOL.
Exactly. That's right.
So I see you got your Twitter, your Linktree up. Are those so you have a Twitter, a Discord? How are your socials going? How's the building on the socials?
Yeah, I think it's building momentum. We originally kind of set out, I think, with maybe the mindset that worked 12 months ago in terms of doing giveaways and trying to find community members. We have definitely branched out and are continuing to branch out and reach not just a gaming audience, but everyone. We do have something for everyone in this project, which is it's a strategic move. It's not something that's by accident. We know that we need to include everyone, and we've got some really cool concepts that allow us to do that.
Cool. Yeah, and almost 9,000 followers in 9 months is pretty healthy. That's pretty great right there.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So you
Especially
have,
in this market.
oh, especially in this market. Is this your main website right here, or am I at the right spot? Let's
Yep.
see.
Yeah, correct. That's the one. So that is actually a new. We've had that, I think, maybe around a month, or maybe just less than a month. So that's our second website. But yeah, it's got the game page, the multiverse page, and each one has a video. There's no sound, but we do have the full videos with the sound attached in our Discord. If anyone does want to see those in a high res, obviously we have to compress things for it to work all right on the website.
Yeah, and if anybody is interested, all the links to all their websites, everything is in the description box below. You just got to scroll down just a little bit, and you can find out everything you need. So who's your artist for all this? Is that you? And then how many people is on the team right now?
So in terms of artists, I originally came up with the and I know that a lot of people in the community have seen the I think it's a how it started and how it's going version of the character, where I drew on a literally a piece of pad and pen the original concept, and then we passed that on to our artist Ricardo, who is the NFT artist. So that's all the 2D work, and then we obviously have our 3D studio that do the 3D side of things, which is obviously different again. So that's the artists. We're continuing. Right now we're actually working on the Exion, which is the next character, which is an alien-based character. So yeah, Ricardo is working hard on getting those out, which will be the next NFT we release in terms of characters.
Oh, so this is how's your mint going so far? Is it already ready to mint? Can we mint right now?
Minting right now, yeah. So as you can see there on that page, that we're minting our Helios Defender collection. So this is our second collection. We minted our OG Defenders just over a month ago, which was a smaller collection, a heavily incentivized, sort of the premium collection. And now this is the next phase. So the game is based across 5 planets, 4 of which the Defenders, which is this character now you can see on the screen there, the human-based character. There's four of those planets that they still hold, and so we're minting the Helios collection, which is the planet, the blue planet, essentially.
Nice. Now, as far as the game, is that out already, or is that coming in the future?
So it's coming in the future. We are working right now. The game studio is, so if anyone wants to see the video in our Twitter feed, it's also on the website without sound, but the video on it's our pin tweet. It's a practice map. So it's a shooting range, practice area where you can go around, test, get used to the game, get used to the controls. And that is going to be part of our beta version. The game studio is currently working on the multiplayer practice map, which will be in the same facility. But this is where you'll be able to run around with other people and practice as if you're playing the game. And this is going to be, we're hoping for the end of this year to release this as the beta version for our testers. And our testers are going to be made up of that OG NFT holders, which I mentioned just earlier. That's that first collection of 1,000, but also we have a gaming guild that will be hand selecting some of those players so that we can get a good broad tester base, and we can get rid of all the bugs and improve the game and get it ready for the main launch.
Nice. Is this the video you were talking about right here?
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, you mind if I play? It's only a minute long, but the people got to see this because it looks really good from what I can see.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, let me go ahead and hope the volume's not too high. Yeah, this looks great.
Hopefully the quality's all right.
Already it looks great. Wow, in just 9 months too. Wow.
yeah, we're very lucky to have a very dedicated and talented game studio.
Yeah, the gameplay looks very smooth.
The music behind this as well is it's actually one of our community members. So we've got a huge community focus. We like getting them involved in everything, even if it's they're tearing our work apart.
Yeah.
We want to create the best game, but even just on the level here where this music is in the background, that's actually one of our community members. So Pete. So thanks, Pete, for the awesome music in the background.
Nice. It's always awesome to include your community, and it sounds like you got some talent in your community, and that's cool that you included that in the game.
Yeah.
But that, for real, man, kudos to you, because that game looks pretty sick. I can't wait to play it.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, thanks, me too. We're pumped. We can't wait to get that beta version out and start playing with our community, and yeah, it's going to be really exciting.
So as far as like the NFTs go, how are those implemented in the game? Is that a character you can play in the game, or what are the benefits of holding an NFT?
Exactly. So I think, in all honesty, the main benefit is the tokens that come attached early on with these NFTs. So each NFT has a claim to so for example, the OG NFTs, they get a 50% claim of a total of 10% of our token supply. So we're giving 10% of our total token supply to NFT holders. Of that 10%, the OGs are getting half, so a massive amount, which it works out to be 50,000 tokens each. This Helios collection right now gets a 12.5% percentage of those tokens, so around about 6,250 tokens each. But so these are the in-game. This is we've got a 2-token system, which I won't go into too much detail, but it's very clever, a very cool system, which allows flexibility and also allows people to play the game without having to constantly be using a crypto token as a when you're transacting, you're obviously going to get taxed a transaction fee. It avoids that until you actually want to cash out. So, you get these tokens. You get you get a claim to another NFT character, which is the alien character, just by holding one of the 2 first collections. You get access to the game. So, what it is the NFT itself is 2D, but it acts as your membership card. As soon as so the game will be an app that you download. You open the app, it'll prompt you to connect your wallet, and it'll read if you've got one of the NFTs. Obviously, the NFT is 2D, but there will be we're generating all of these 2D NFTs into the 3D equivalent. So that 3D version you see there on the screen. Basically, whatever your NFT is, you're going to have those traits in your 3D version. And that is going to be not only for the game, but we're also integrating into the multiverse. So this is a Zombie Social Club. They are building a multiverse. And so far, we've got all up, there's 10 projects signed up and partnering, building our own worlds. And that's built in Unity. So our game's built in Unreal Engine 5. So you're now going to have an NFT that gives you access to 2 types of 3D characters.
That's why it looks so good. Unreal Engine 5, that is sick. And so as far as training your 2D into 3D, is that going to be airdropped, or is that something that the holder is going to have to exchange it somehow?
No, so it's not a case of it comes, your NFT comes with a file. That may be something we can implement later as a incentive that, if you hold the NFT, you've got access to the actual file. But basically, it just gives you access to the in-game character. So there'll be all of these 3D characters will be generated and then available in a server. And as soon as you sign in with a wallet, that it'll know whether it's the token ID that we call on, it'll know which. So 3D equivalent it needs to give you access to in the game.
Cool.
And it'll be the same in the multiverse once that function is available. I know with the multiverse, it's going to be limited in the beginning to, I think we get 10 different characters. So you won't be able to use your NFT, the traits from your NFT. You'll get you get a pick out of 10 different pre-made options that you can run around in that multiverse, and that's hopefully next month, which will be pretty awesome.
Wow, that's right around the corner. Now, you were mentioning some of the benefits of holding the NFT is that you get tokens. What is your governing token? What token are you guys using?
So we won't have a governance token. There'll be so one of the token that's on that list. There's the FX token. We're actually have this in our Discord already. So the FX token is the token you'll earn by leveling up in the game, and that's the token you'll be able to purchase the in-game items and upgrades like weapons and armor and different perks. Then we have our FXG token, which will have liquidity behind it, and that'll be the token that you can stake, put in LPs, and also that's what you'll be able to use to cash out and swap to other ETH or USDT or USDC or anything like that. So it's a 2-token system. The FXG has a limited supply. The FX has unlimited supply.
Oh, nice. Now, I got to ask, the FXG, is the contract audited, or in the future will it be audited at all?
It will definitely be audited, yep, 100%. But we haven't released any tokens on chain yet. So,
oh yeah,
the focus for now at the moment is getting that game out, because in all honesty, our focus is the game. The Web3 side of things is something that we're able to add to improve things. It's very much a Web 2 system that's going to implement Web 3. The good parts of Web 3. Obviously the NFTs are going to be the digital ownership side of things, and the token is obviously going to be the earning side of things.
Nice, man. You guys got a whole lot going on, and a lot coming in the future. That's really cool.
Yeah, it's a bit of a monster. It's growing. Originally, we were going to do game and metaverse. The metaverse side was going to be far different to what we've got now. We've actually still got the voxel characters, so we were going to do a sandbox version, and we had the characters made up, and it was just going to be far too much work.
Yeah.
So we're very lucky that we got in touch, or we were put in contact with Zombie Social Club. We're building the multiverse, and they are doing all the hard work. They're working their ass off, and they're very talented, and we get to just drop our characters in. So it's very easy for us.
Oh, perfect. So what kind of game is it? Can you talk about the game a little bit, like what style of game it's going to be? Yeah,
so it's a first-person shooter. It's based in space. It's a player versus player. Essentially, you can run around and shoot people and earn tokens. But the idea is we're trying to get a combination of, I think, 3 different games, if people can get a visual. One of them's Counter-Strike. So if you're from that era, you'll know all about how sort of simple but addictive and fun Counter-Strike was to play. And then we've got, I think, a bit of a Halo vibe. And then our goal is to create something similar to Call of Duty Warzone, where eventually we can have all of our maps will be built on top of, there'll be extensions of the previous map. So it'll just expand and expand and expand over time, and more players will be able to be on those maps as we build and scale. So the idea is that you play the game. You can earn tokens and level up by obviously doing well, by shooting people, killing people, not dying as often, but even just earning tokens from playing the game. And so you don't have to be, a crazy good gamer to one, enjoy this game, but to level up. So you won't be able to farm tokens. You won't be able to, enter the game and sit in the corner and just go and have dinner while you earn tokens. You'll get booted pretty quickly. But the idea is we want everyone to be able to enjoy the game without having pressure of needing to earn or needing to get to, play the game for 8 hours straight. So, but there will be incentives, and we need to have incentives in place for people to want to be able to progress to the next stage and keep progressing. And that's, where we have some really awesome ideas. There'll be competitions, there'll be, buy-ins. You'll be able to, no different to say like a poker game at the moment where you buy in for reasonably cheap. But, if you've got 100 people entering in that comp, then there's a decent prize pool. And this will be something that both the users can set up, but also something that Flight Force 4 will set up at scale for our users as another way to, if you do want to take it up a notch and increase your earning ability.
Nice. That's awesome. So we'll be able to play against each other.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So the idea is it'll be, humans versus aliens. That is going to depend entirely really on the split. Obviously, we have the two different collections. In a perfect world, we'll be able to just run these games, and you're either an Exion alien, and it's a team of Exion aliens against these human defenders. It starts off as deathmatch. So basically, it'll be maybe a 5-minute game, and you just respawn when you die, and you keep playing. And the idea is to, as a team, win. But also, if you're wanting to earn tokens and level up faster, the idea is you want to finish up higher on the leaderboard.
Nice. And you got CC in the chat. She says, "But I'm so good at camping and sniping." She's one of those players.
We've played a lot of Call of Duty in our downtime together. It's good fun. We enjoy it.
So somebody who is not a gamer, somebody who but is interested in this project, can they still invest and buy was it FGX token or FXG? I'm sorry, FXG and invest?
Yeah, absolutely. And that's what I was saying earlier. We have something for everyone. So within the game itself, we are going to have a rental hub. And so the rental hub is going to be really simple. You'll just go into the hub, and if you've got 1 or 10 NFTs, you can rent them. And so this is going to be as simple as, no different to how I explained when you log in, and the game will recognize the wallet and recognize if you've got one of the NFTs, and then give you the 3D equivalent to use in the game. This is going to be the same for the rental hub. So except you're going to be able to assign another wallet access to those NFTs. And there'll be a fully customizable contract. It'll be super simple to use, but essentially you'll be able to create, whether there's a fee, so you could have a small upfront fee that the other user pays in the FX token, and then you can set how long they have access for, how many items they have access for, to, and then also the token split. So there'll be a slider that you can choose the percentage of tokens. So if they rent your character for 2 weeks and they're a really good gamer, and they go and earn 100 tokens, and you split it 50-50, then both of you win. Wow. So this is what I think opens up our game to millions of users around the world that can't afford even our NFTs, or in a traditional sense, they can't afford PlayStations and a $120 game, and then they've got to upgrade their characters as well, and sort of they have to go to different games that don't have such a high startup cost in this scenario. Nice. Which is where we bring our gaming guild in. And so Gaming Guild will operate on scholarships. We have an NFT treasury, so the Flight Force 4 NFT treasury, which will keep building and growing. And these NFTs will be using that exact same rental hub to utilize. So essentially, we'll just be renting these NFTs to people who have earned scholarships, and they'll be able to go and play the game now. There won't be it won't be cost them anything other than if they have a computer, obviously they'll need that. But they'll simply download the app, and obviously we give them access, their wallet access to our NFT, and away they go, they're playing, and they're earning tokens for themselves, but also for Flight Force 4 as well. So it's a good revenue generating model.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. So let's say if I'm renting out my character avatar, I'm renting it out, and the other person renting it is a great gamer and he gets all these upgrades. Do I get to keep those?
Yeah, so that's another thing that I forgot to mention, that you'll be able to add into the contract. And so it'll either get assigned to the rentee or back to the owner. So that'll be something you can choose in the contract. But that's a good question. I missed it.
What about can the weapons or upgrades, can those be destroyed somehow if he's a bad gamer?
I haven't even thought about that, to be honest.
I was just curious, because if I'm going to rent out and he's a bad gamer, I don't want to get. I was just curious if he can just wreck me.
Gotcha. There's not really any way that that you can be wrecked, because initially the power is all in the rentor's hands in terms of how they set up that initial contract. I mean, you may be a little bit skeptical, so you say, all right, I'll let you use it for one day. You need to prove to me that you're a good gamer, and we'll do terms that are really really in your favor. And then if they do well, you can create another contract. And it's the good thing is that no matter what happens, the NFT, the original NFT, never leaves your wallet.
That's awesome.
Grants access to the other person.
Now, you got my wheels turning up. I'm just thinking, because I like games too. Me and my boys, my kids always play games. Are you going to have a leaderboard of some sort?
Yeah, definitely.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you go.
So if you have a leaderboard and I rent out my my character, is that going to help me out in the leaderboard at all, or is that strictly just the assigned person?
Yeah, well, that's a good question. I think the way that should work is it should be the wallet holder, the owner. But I mean, there's an argument for both there, because if you, like you said earlier, if you're not actually interested in gaming, but you've just managed to hit the jackpot and find a really good gamer that you both enjoy working together, and they love using your stuff, and it's working for both of you, then I guess that person deserves to be the one on that leaderboard, as opposed to the owner.
Yeah. I mean, he's the one doing all the work and playing. That's really cool. There's a lot here. This is really neat. I'm very, very interested in this project, and kudos to you guys, because it looks fantastic.
Oh, thank you. No, yeah, we love what we're doing. It's just keeps growing, and we're building, and it's super exciting.
Is this strictly on PC? Is there any mobile in the future? Will it be on phones in the future?
That's the goal. So yeah, PC and Mac to begin, and then as soon as we can, really, as soon as it's feasible, we'll jump onto that mobile, because again, it goes back to the audience that, like I mentioned, may not have the money to afford, even a decent PC or Mac, but they've got access to a mobile. And as long as we, build the game well enough that, you don't need the latest iPhone to play it, I think there's a massive audience. I think even, it's bigger than the PC and Mac audience, the mobile. So yeah, that's nice. Definitely on our radar.
I'm just kind of curious with the Unreal Engine 5, the detail that you're able to get, and the graphics are they can go from really high to to the bottom, of course. But is there going to be a setting to where if I don't have like the latest computer that's able to play that high of a graphic game, will I be able to tone it down a little, or is it just all around going to be able to play?
I'm hoping so. Originally, the idea was not to create something so big and that could be browser based, but I think just in terms of the quality and the size already that we're talking, it would literally, we would launch on a browser, and within weeks or months we would need to be creating just an app that people download, and they would have to have the necessary hardware to be able to handle it. But like, there's no reason that we'll definitely have to change it for mobile, obviously. But yeah, I would. There's no reason we couldn't create a couple of versions even.
Awesome. And I'd even ask, is this on the Ethereum blockchain?
So the NFTs are on Ethereum so far, but we plan to be cross-chain, and that's in terms of cross-chain. I mean 3 or 4 chains, and the actual game, in terms of the transactions within the game and the swapping from our FX to FXG, that will be on an L2, most likely Polygon, and I think that's a bit of a no-brainer in terms of any game or anything that's got a lot of transactions. Our business model relies heavily on more people playing the game, which generates more transactions, which generates more revenue. So we don't want to be dealing with Ethereum's transaction fees and speeds. So yeah, it'll be the token itself will be multi-chain. The NFT access will also be multi-chain. It's just a matter of integrating different wallets into that app so that when you do log in, it recognizes you've got one of the characters and it recognizes which character. From there, you will need the associated wallet. For example, you'd need a MetaMask with the Polygon network installed and some Matic to be able to transfer out. But up until when you want, you could play the game for months without ever having to do that. So
nice. Yeah, it's always great to have a multi-chain. Another quick question just popped in my head, and you probably already went over it, but I might have missed it. You did say there's going to be in-game purchases, right?
Yeah.
And that's with the FX or the F. What will you be able to? What token do you use to buy in-game purchases?
Yeah, so all in-game purchases will be with the FX token, and then so that allows users to, like I was saying, not have to cash out if they don't want. They will just need a little bit of Matic in a wallet if they're going to go crazy and swap it. So there's still a little bit to be worked out in terms of that side. That is going to come, like I said, we're focusing on the game first, and then how we can best integrate the Web3 side, rather than let's get everything set in stone on the Web3 side and build the game around it. I think we want to get a game that everyone wants to play and keep playing first. But yeah, that's the basic gist, is that we will also have items you can purchase with the FXG token. So whether they be NFTs or anything really.
Nice. I mean, it looks great. I don't think you would have to worry about a game that people want to play. They're going to want to play this. This looks great, and it's smooth. And I can't wait for it to be available, and it'd be awesome to play on live stream and have tournaments with some other people. That would be great to play on here.
Absolutely, yeah. We are teaming up with some streaming platforms in Web3 that this will be to begin with just for the beta version, which will be involved in bug bounties. So people will be able to record what if they see a bug, they'll be able to record it and create an NFT and then send us the NFT. It does two things. It proves that it was them that found the bug, but also it kind of markets the game as well, because not everyone's going to have access to the beta version. But we do want people to see what's going on. We want to be transparent, rather than be embarrassed when we find a bug. We'll be rewarding people, which is nothing new, but we want it to be something that the community wants to be involved in, and there's reward and incentive to play the game, because in the beta version you're not going to be able to earn tokens. You're not going to be able to earn, that side of things will not be active. So we do want people to keep playing and find problems so that we can, as a community and as a business, create the best game possible.
Nice. That's very interesting. That little for the beta, incentivizing the people playing the beta. That's really cool.
Yeah, no, we're excited to get that going. I think it'll be a cool concept that people are interested in, and then obviously that'll just flow on into the main launch, where you're obviously going to have people that are streaming anyway. Our plan is to tap into that audience, so it's a massive audience, all the streaming and the Twitch. So
yeah, I was gonna say Twitch. You get on Twitch, and then that's huge over there.
yeah.
So what got you into gaming?
Yeah, well, so I mean, I'm not a crazy gamer. I've grown up playing games my whole life. I enjoy it. I don't have much time now, or haven't had much time in the last couple of years. But originally, this project was meant to launch on Terra, and it was using the same characters, but it was a totally different concept. And so, for those who are unaware, Terra, which was Luna and UST, earlier this year had basically collapsed and went to zero, and that meant that all the apps that we were going to use pretty much died, and they're no longer useful. So we had to pivot. At the time, got a good friend who works at Activision, and he was just coming into Web3 and just saying, like, looking at all the games that had been created, and just like, why don't you just create a game? Like, yeah, sure, I'll just create a game. And he's like, no, seriously, I'll jump on board, or I'll walk you through it, and once the funds are there, I can shift over, because he's been looking for a new project, but yeah, eventually convinced us to do it. And that was right at the beginning. Obviously, the market has turned, well, not turned, but it's gradually ground lower and lower. So a lot's changed in that time. But I mean, I'm glad that he gave us that push, because that, it doesn't, the amount of revenue that's on offer, the users in gaming is phenomenal. I mean, there's over 3 billion gamers in the world. It's the revenue that's generated in the gaming industry is 3 or 4 times that of like the movie industry, and it's only growing. So I think in terms of something that's got longevity, this for me made the most sense, because it's something that we enjoy, and also something that's fun, but also something that hasn't been nailed yet. It hasn't even gotten close to being nailed yet in Web3. Unfortunately, there's been a lot of bad outcomes, I think. People with good intentions, but have gone about it the wrong way. And also, obviously, the market hasn't helped over the last 12 months either. But that leaves a huge gap for someone like us, who, I've been around for long enough now to see what definitely doesn't work and what has worked, and also combine a lot of things, which I think are going to be really, really, really important moving forward in terms of sustainability. So I think that's the main thing for us, is creating something that, there's something there for everyone. We have no idea how much someone's going to be able to earn, for example, if they played for a whole day. That's going to rely entirely on, one, how the tokens are distributed, but also the value of our FXG token at the time. So we have, we love the possibilities that exist for this type of project and business. So that's essentially how we got onto it. And as we've sort of delved deeper and deeper, we've come across other strategies that other projects are using. I think the idea is just to keep and stay, in comms with other people who, everyone in this space has a bit of experience that we can tap into, and likewise them. So we've just been networking and asking people what's working, and we're getting some really good results. And I think now we have a really, really good model, which is it's explained in pretty good detail in our white paper. It's also an easy read. We wanted to make it a read that everyone can understand, because we have avoided VC funding at this stage, which is very uncommon for something like this. We've funded this project ourselves for the last 9 months. Both CC and I have been also working full time on this for the last, over 9 months, if you include the first inception of that Terra project. But Yeah, so we have a totally different model to what normally would happen. Is these big games would come out and they have an exciting pitch deck or white paper which appeals to venture capital groups, and they are used to reading that sort of stuff, and they generally understand a lot more than the average user. Whereas we are trying to appeal to our NFT holders and our community, and the reason that makes sense to us is because we've seen a lot of issues with projects that are backed by VC funding start with a hiss and a roar, and then as soon as the token's out and these VCs start getting their tokens and dumping them, that has been enough to ruin a lot of their games. And so one way that we are trying to negate that is we want our community to be the ones that are the majority holders in the token, because they're the ones using the platform.
Mm-hmm.
They're the ones that are educated on the options they have with this token that aren't just buy or sell. There's a lot more that they can do. They enjoy using the platform and maybe less likely to just as soon as they get tokens dump them on the market, and then obviously that has a negative effect on the price, which very quickly can ruin a good game.
Yeah. Then we have distorted D. If I'm saying your name wrong, I'm probably butchering it. But he or she says excellent educational information available in Discord as well, which I have the links in the description down below if you're interested in checking that out. And I was going to ask you that earlier, if there was a limit on how much they can earn, because I was already thinking I'm about to put all 4 of my kids to work. That's going to be their day job. Go play some games.
No, I mean, there really isn't. The only limit is, I guess, the amount of NFTs that you can own, or the amount of NFTs that are in circulation, because that was another thing, was we didn't want to create a system where the majority of characters and tokens are all in the hands of, the top 5% or something like that, where, in a lot of games in the past, it's basically been whoever's got the most wins, whether that's the most money or the most, the best characters. That's something we're trying to avoid. And like Distorted said, we're trying to educate everyone, not just on our project, but just on crypto in general. Our community is massive. Like, we're not going to be able to do this right without them, and we know that, and we want to tap into the talent, the experience, the energy as well. Like everything we do, we want their input, and but we also want to help them and educate them. So yeah, we've got some pretty cool educational pieces and channels in that Discord which teach people. And we plan to release a lot. The project itself is very complex. There's a lot to try and cover, even in, it would honestly take hours to really fully understand everything. So we recognize that, and we've got, we're going to have videos coming that explain things as best as they can, and separate everything. And like obviously the white paper's there, that gives you a pretty good idea of what's going on, but we want to break it down even further. So yeah, those will be coming in the near future.
That's really great. An awesome game, and then it can go in the Discord and get some education on crypto. I have my oldest son is slowly getting into crypto, so anything educational, I like to send him that way. And this right here is right up his alley. You got a game, and he can learn something in the Discord. That's really cool.
Yeah, no, it's exactly it. I mean, why not have the most educated community if you can? Because we don't want to pull the wool over anyone's eyes. That's what's happened a lot, unfortunately, in the past sort of few years in cryptos. People have been bamboozled by tricky tokenomics and clever, pitch decks and things that look like they're going to be great, and then you put your money in, and it just we want everyone to not only be able to pick our project apart, because we know that that we don't know everything, but we're trying to build the best product possible. And so if anyone has a an idea or sees an issue, we want them to speak up. We want to hear from them. You're not going to be, shut down in Discord. You're not going to get booted from Discord like happens in a lot of, unfortunately, a lot of other scenes. But yeah, that is something that we really, really want to focus on, because as I mentioned earlier, the NFT holders, the community, they're the ones that are going to have the power in this game in terms of, rather than, our game having a bunch of VCs that hold all the tokens. So we want them to be positioned as best. And we don't want them to go and sell their tokens either. We want them to understand what they are actually holding and what they can do with them and why. So, but yeah, sorry, and I didn't really answer your question properly before, what the restrictions are with earning. But yeah, essentially you could have, Flight Force 4 wants to have thousands of NFT.
Nice.
which we would all put to work and rent out to. This will be the scholarship program, and that'll be something that we want to grow and expand as we go. So there's no reason that someone like yourself or anyone could do something similar. Maybe not thousands, but I mean, yeah, there's no, all right, you can only rent out 10 and that's it. Whatever you've got, you can rent or you can use yourself. And then obviously all those NFTs come with tokens too.
That is great. That's a lot of great information. And just so you know, the invite is always open. If you ever have updates and you want to throw it on YouTube and show it on screen, I'm just a DM away. If you ever want to share something else, and you're always welcome back. No problem.
Awesome. Yeah, appreciate it. Definitely.
Cool. So, we're pushing an hour here. I know you got to be a busy man. Is there anything else that you'd like to share with the community? I know when I do these, every time I click off, I'm like, I should ask this. Or, is there anything else that you'd like to bring up?
Yeah, that'll definitely happen to me. There's just too much to cover. But I think the main things are, if you like what you've heard, like I've said, we do have something for everyone. If you don't like the game, or if you don't like gaming in general, you can rent your NFTs. If you don't like that, but you like the metaverse, you like the idea of running around in it with a 3D character, and this is going to be soon, we're going to be able to do, for example, we have our Defender bounty games, and so this is going to be an interactive hunt for these rogue defenders that we want to capture, and we'll be giving away hiding traits throughout the metaverse. And so you'll be able to physically go around and look and search for stuff, and eventually, once you've got enough clues, you'll be able to guess or find what number NFT we're trying to find. And there'll be prizes, USDC, there'll be NFTs, there'll be tokens, there'll be all sorts of rewards. But that's just sort of the beginning. There's going to be, you're going to have opportunities to earn our token in the multiverse. But if you're not interested in either of those, you're more of a sort of passive, there's the token. This token is going to be very successful. It's a clever system, which is, the FXG token supply should be deflationary because of the burn function that we're able to implement. So there's something there for all types of investors. And then again, even if you're not even interested in crypto, we want to build a game that's good enough to play whether you're interested in earning or not. But yeah, I would say, check out the website, look at that white paper, and then obviously the videos. Jump in our Discord if you have any questions. Yeah. Honestly, Cece and I are always in there. We love chatting with our community and getting them involved. If you're a bit shy, you're welcome to open a support ticket and ask a question. We are around, and we want to for as long as we can. We want to be in that Discord and be available. But I think my final point would be that yes, we are minting right now, as you can see on the screen there. Two important things. There's a lot of scams around, and again, this goes back to education. We've tried to create a safe system. So only click on our official links, which will be our link tree on our Twitter, or we have an official links channel in our Discord, and we have a minting page that shows you, exactly how it all works. But the minting right now for 0.023 ETH each. So if you mint one, you're going to get tokens, but you're also going to get a claim to the next character series, which is the Ixion Aliens, which are looking awesome. So you basically get two NFTs for the price of one plus some tokens. But we also have a massive minting incentive, which essentially has, you get 6 NFTs really for the price of 3 for the first 250 users. So if you're one of the first 250 people to mint 3 or more of these Helios Defenders, you will get 6 NFTs. So you get one of the OGs, which is an unrevealed OG that we have in our treasury, which will get airdropped, and then that comes with its own Exion NFT. So there's two more. Plus, you'll get an Exion NFT for having the 3 that you minted. So 6 NFTs plus the tokens. And we've got a bunch of other bounties and things like that at the moment. We've got one of ones in the collection. I think there's a minting incentive right now if you're watching the video or the live stream, which the next person to mint a one of one, it gets, I think, if you mint 3, you get 17 NFTs or something ridiculous.
Crud.
So that, I think that's on our Twitter feed if you did want to check that out. But we're minting now. This is our second collection, and the idea is that as we mint these collections, the incentives decrease, because we want to reward the people who get in early, and they become our core community members.
Yeah, that's a great deal. Is this it right here?
Yeah, that's
6.
it.
Look at that.
I think that we even got the number wrong there. Like, I think it says maybe 15, but it's, we reran the math, and it was something like 17 NFTs if you mint 3.
Well, that was great. Well, you know what, Sean, it has been a pleasure having you on. I appreciate you. I've learned a lot about this project. Your project looks great, and I can't wait to play it. Everybody in the chat, I appreciate everybody showing up. I've seen some people that they've had to be part of your community. They're new faces to me. Welcome to the Chakaverse. And anytime you'd like to show back up for some updates or share something in the community, the door is always open. I'm just a DM away, man. This was great information.
Absolutely, yeah. We'll be definitely keen to do that. And thank you for having us. Really, really appreciate it. It's been fun.
Yeah. It has been fun. And on that note, you guys all have a great Wednesday, and I'll see you guys on the next one.
Awesome. Thank you.